This exciting movie breakdown. Today, we're diving deep into Varanas Priscus, a thrilling 2022 survival movie that takes the idea of a creature invasion to a whole new level. Imagine this: you are going about your day, and suddenly, vicious, deadly insects start taking over the world, faster than anyone could react. These insects aren't your everyday pests, they're unstoppable, moving in hordes and consuming humans within seconds. Before you know it, entire cities are decimated, and humanity is in chaos. Sounds intense, right? That's exactly what this movie explores. Varanas Priscus takes us through this horrific scenario where survival becomes a battle of wits, bravery, and, at times, sheer luck. So, buckle up. We're about to venture into a world where the true horror comes not from humans but from the swarms of creatures lurking around every corner. The story kicks off in 1945 in China, right in the middle of World War II. We're introduced to two soldiers flying a fighter jet on a mission. Everything seems routine until the sky turns dark, and a massive storm begins brewing. Thunder cracks, lightning flashes across the sky, and intense winds toss their jet around like a toy. Suddenly, a colossal bolt of lightning strikes the jet's wing, setting it ablaze. The soldiers have no choice, they grab parachutes and leap from the burning plane. After the harrowing fall, they land on a remote, deserted island. It's completely isolated, surrounded by towering mountains and dense jungles. No signs of civilization, no help in sight. The soldiers begin searching for a way off the island, but all they find are endless trees and eerie silence. The tension is already high, but then things take a darker turn. While exploring the jungle, the soldiers hear strange noises. Before they can react, they are surrounded by a group of natives from the island. These islanders aren't hostile, though. They capture the soldiers but treat them with surprising hospitality. The soldiers are understandably confused. Are these natives friendly or just luring them into a false sense of security? The mystery deepens when two native women arrive and lead the soldiers to a distant cave, away from the main village. As they journey through the dense jungle, the soldiers begin noticing something strange. There are markings on the ground, remnants of an ominous presence. Insects. This isn't your usual wilderness, and something terrible is lurking in the shadows. Inside the cave, the soldiers get a brief chance to rest, but peace is short-lived. One of the soldiers feels something land on his head, and as he brushes it away, he sees it's a bug, a massive one. At first, they think it's just an isolated encounter, but soon, the cave starts filling up with hundreds, then thousands of insects. Panic sets in. They try to stomp on the bugs and brush them away, but it's useless. Within moments, the cave is overrun by swarms of these terrifying insects, more than they have ever seen in their lives. Realizing their lives are in danger, they make a break for the cave entrance. But even outside, the nightmare continues. They frantically close the cave door with a rock, but the insects are relentless, pouring in through the cracks. There's no escape. The soldiers' desperate fight for survival. 303-414. One of the soldiers manages to climb onto a large rock, but the other is still on the ground, desperately trying to fend off the insects. In a race against time, his comrade pulls him up just before the swarm engulfs him. They think they're safe for the moment, but the insects are relentless, scaling the rock and coming after them. They try to fight off the swarms with sticks, but it's futile. There's nowhere to go, no help coming, and their fear grows as they realize the insects aren't the only danger on this island. One of the soldiers hangs from a tree root to escape the swarms, while his companion clings to the rock. The situation is becoming unbearable, and their endurance is wearing thin. Just when things couldn't get worse, they do. A massive creature, far worse than the swarming insects, emerges. It's a gigantic monster with long, snaking tentacles. This is no ordinary beast, it's a predator that preys on everything in sight. The soldiers are powerless as one of them falls victim to this nightmarish creature, snatched up by its tentacles and crushed to death. The horror escalates as the other soldier watches in terror, unable to save his friend. The monster turns its attention to him, and in a matter of moments, both soldiers meet their grim fate on this cursed island. Their fight for survival ends in utter defeat. 70 years pass, and we find ourselves back on the same island. But this time, it's not swarming with insects instead, it's the set for a movie. That's right. The island, where the soldiers met their doom, is now being used for the production of a high-budget adventure film. The twist is revealed. The earlier events were part of the movie's plot. What we just witnessed was a fictionalized retelling of the soldiers' terrifying last moments. The production crew is introduced, including the heroine, Kwan, who is portrayed as a sweet, innocent character, and the meticulous Ji-Zugaf, responsible for maintaining the props and weapons used in the shoot. However, tensions arise between Ji-Zugaf and Jason, a troublemaker on the set who constantly antagonizes him. The tension between the cast and crew builds as we see the dynamics of the film's production. Jason's constant bickering with Ji-Zugaf causes major disruptions on set, and their arguments threaten the smooth running of the movie. The director, Ju, steps in, frustrated with their behavior, reminding them of the importance of the work they're doing. But despite his efforts, the conflicts continue, setting the stage for even more drama. What's really going on here is where things get really interesting. As the crew continues filming, strange occurrences begin to unfold. Could it be that the insect invasion wasn't just a part of the movie's plot? Is there something more sinister happening on this island that no one anticipated? The atmosphere on set becomes tense, and the lines between fiction and reality start to blur. Are the crew members just actors, or are they in for a survival experience of their own? The island's remote location, far from any human civilization, makes it an ideal setting for eerie events to occur unnoticed. Soon, the crew starts hearing strange noises at night, much like the soldiers did all those years ago. Some of them even start disappearing without a trace. The movie that was supposed to be a thrilling adventure is turning into a real-life nightmare. A fight for survival, but this time it's real. The production crew finds themselves trapped on the island, just like the soldiers in the original story. But this time, the threat is not just from the insects or the monstrous creature. Something even darker is at play. The once peaceful set becomes a battleground, as the crew must now fight for their lives. Are the insects making a return, or is there something more ancient and evil lurking in the island's shadows? As the days go by, the crew realizes they are not alone. The native tribe from the original story, long thought to be extinct or fictional, reappears. Their intentions are unclear, but one thing is certain: they know more about the island's dark secrets than anyone else. Will the crew be able to uncover the truth before it's too late? Varanas Priscus is more than just a survival thriller, it's a psychological journey into the unknown. It combines the elements of classic survival horror with a modern twist, keeping audiences on the edge of their seats from start to finish. The movie's layered narrative, blending fiction and reality, creates a unique cinematic experience that leaves viewers questioning what's real and what's not. This movie is a must-watch for anyone who loves intense survival stories, gripping action, and mind-bending twists. Whether you're a fan of creature features or psychological thrillers, Varanas Priscus has something for everyone. So, What do you think? Could you survive the terrifying world of Varanas Priscus? Would you face off against swarms of deadly insects and a monstrous beast? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thrilling movie breakdowns.